Good day everyone, I am Makasilhig Almart G, a BSHM2 student of Negros Oriental State University, Shaton campus. In this video, I am going to share my thoughts about the three types of motives behind internationalism. But let me define first internationalism. Internationalism is known as the political or economic cooperation among nations in order to promote the common good, meaning nations try to look beyond their borders in order to help assist and protect other nations and treat the world as one. As we all know, there are three types of motives behind internationalism. This includes self-determination, humanitarianism or global citizenship, and peace and security. First is self-determination. These motives includes the nation striving to fulfill the economic, social, cultural, and political needs of its people. Nations inside their country creates money, jobs, and business for the growth of the said nation. Self-determination means helping nations make their own decisions and stand for their own in order to not be inferior to other nations. The arguments for self-determination is that it pushes people to better the world around them and create their own vision of success or growth and gives people what they want, to compete and outdo others, and this means progress. For me, this is the greatest advantage that self-determination can give to nations. It allows members of the nation to be competent and be equipped with the knowledge and skills needed for the success of the nation. Meanwhile, the argument against self-determination is that sometimes a nation with the wrong direction and unlawful wills will continue to fulfill its desire to change the world into their own wanted image. It can cause growth of nations that are directly detrimental to others. So, there are times that because of the leader of the nation's great desire of being superior and competent, as well as their wrong way of governing people and wanting to govern the world, can cause great harm among people. Although self-determination has its pros and cons, I am still in favor with this motive. Self-determination, if being properly managed and governed, can make every nation a place where all people can be successful without causing harm to others. Second is humanitarianism or global citizenship. This motive simply means that through internationalism, nations and states can help and assist other nations in need in whatever situation. The argument for the motive is that all people on earth are responsible for the things going in the world and have an obligation to help others whenever necessary. Because of internationalism, other nations are able to provide assistance such as medicines, food, and other resources to people of different nationalities, backgrounds, and races. This brings the goodness of humanity and proves that we are one and are willing to help whenever something happens. The argument against this motive is that our obligations lies not with the others when we are not associated with or have never met, but with the people closest to us and directly affected on a day-to-day basis without consistent actions. I actually don't agree with this argument. Indeed, we need to help the people closest to us, but let us not forget that there are also people that deserves to receive more help. Even if we don't know the people in need, knowing that we are able to help even in the smallest way is the most fulfilling feeling that one could ever feel. Thus, I am in favor of the humanitarianism or global citizenship because this can really alleviate the suffering of other people. An example is today's pandemic, where the World Health Organization provided people from different nations with the healthcare and help countries deal with emergencies like the COVID-19. It helps fund research for vaccines which are critical to overcome this situation, and this has really helped every nation deal with the virus. The third motive is the peace and security. Through internationalism, nations are being kept unsafe from war. It promotes peace and security among states and nations. The argument for peace and security is that the UN is responsible for helping solve a lot of worldly issues and debates and are impactful in maintaining peace among all the globe's nations. This is true because the UN has allowed every nations belonging to them to discuss important issues on war, poverty, disease, trade, and the environment. Because of this, certain issues are addressed and I think this is very beneficial to all nations. Meanwhile, the argument against peace and security is that if power is given to certain nations to make decisions over the globe, they could begin to unjustly mark their influence everywhere. I think this is also a good point to consider. There are times that nations can take advantage of the power given to them, and this power may cause a negative effect on other nations. I think it is important for all nations to agree on a certain decision before implementing it. Moreover, I am in favor of the peace and security brought by internationalism. We must admit that we can't protect our nations on our own. We need to build alliance from other nations and help each other in solving an issue. After all, peacekeeping has proven to be one of the most effective tools available to the UN to assist countries to navigate the difficult path from conflict to peace. Overall, the motives behind internationalism are very good. There are no reasons for me to be against it. If we want to promote world peace, we must make alliance with other nations and help each other in every situation. So that is all about the three types of motives behind internationalism. I hope you gained knowledge about what I have said in this video. Thank you.